we always hear that, well, there's light pollution. And there's light pollution. And whenever there's any kind of, years ago, there was this star catcher, this great guy out of University of Miami. And he said, tonight, if you look out in the south, you can see Venus. And by the way, Venus is always the go-to answer for anything that appears to be a UFO. It's Venus. It's Venus, it's that, or of course, swamp gas, or a weather balloon. But I digress. But you always heard this. You always heard, you have to go out into Montana. You look at Montana or Area 51, which of course doesn't exist, and it's all nonsense, right? That whole Roswell business. But you could go there and you could look and see, because there was no light pollution, and the stars were just, you would think, wow, look at this. So you would think, many people would think that when you're in outer space, you really get to see the stars. There's no street lights and cars and nothing. It is as dark as you can get. It is real, by definition, dark. Real dark, okay? It should be an absolute symphony, a firestorm of stellar portraiture. I sound like a Don McLean song. Starry, starry night. Yet, whenever we tend to go to anywhere in space, I'm just saying, we don't see any stars. Ever. We land on the moon, and we don't see any stars. Elon Musk, and we don't see any stars. And we just see something. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, wait a minute. What are you getting at? What are you saying? And that's the first thing that's the way we respond, specifically Americans. We never say like, it's a great question. Let's get to the answer, or wow, you're right. Let's talk about it. It's always, oh no. Are you asking a question? Oh no, God, no. Are you a conspiracy theorist? Are you asking a question? Are you shattering my belief? Are you destroying my faith in the absolute fealty and faith that I have in anything that is presented in the mainstream media news? Are you daring me to question? Are you daring me to ask? Are you one of these people that just wants me to think and suspect and be suspicious and skeptical? Oh, God, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You're not one of those flat earthers, are you? Those conspiracy theorists, those tinfoil hat 9/11 truther people. You're not one of those people who don't believe we went to the moon, are you? You're not one of those people, are you? You're not, because I can't. I'm told that I'm instructed and I'm forced to. I've pledged that I will always attack you if you dare make me think. I don't think about these things. I never accept. I don't want to admit that we could be duped, somebody would dupe us, or that somehow I didn't think of this first, or I'm late to the party. But so I would much rather dismiss you and not spend so much as a moment, even talking about it. Oh no. Now, my favorite one, and eventually you will hear this, my favorite question. And it was addressed, by the way, in, of all places, it was the famous Warren report, CIA memo, which was later revealed and released via the Freedom of Information Act, which deals with a very simple concept, that being that if you, and it came about in 1967, I believe, when they were dealing with how to handle these folks who were constantly trashing and thrashing and calling into question this thing called the Warren report. How do we handle this? How do How do we deal with this? What do we say? A lot of people aren't buying the story. So the CIA, in a memorandum, which you can read online, it was declassified, said one of the many tools, which is very effective, is to talk about the impossibility, the strategic, logistical impossibility of pulling off something of this nature because of the number of people that would have been involved. The number of people that would have been involved that could not have kept their mouths shut, that could not have been in any way, would have run to newspapers, run to CNN, run online, blogs, Twitter, social media, whatever, that there is no way this could have happened because human beings do not. And that there is no such thing called top secret. There is no such thing as need to know. There is no such thing as compartmentalized intel. It never happens. It can't be happening. It doesn't happen. And notwithstanding the fact that throughout history, from Bletchley Park and Enigma to the Manhattan Project, where 100 and something thousand people knew, to not only God knows how many top secret clearances that are in existence right now, based upon compartmentalized need to know, and the very fact that people would say, well, there would never be top secret, not if it was Elon Musk. That top secret stuff is government, and that's not, this is private. And Elon Musk is just a private entrepreneur. He doesn't have any connection with the government, and they believe that. So they will come up with this idea. Again, spending no amount of time and just thinking for a second, just saying, wow, that's a great question. Never. We don't do that.